Hi, this is Jen, and this is session 1 of Yoga for Healing. I am so happy to have you be involved in this group, and things you can expect from this practice that are very important to me are that you are truly in charge of what happens. I'm here to serve as your guide. I'm here to encourage you along the way, but this is your body, and I want you to adopt the attitude that this is your practice. I think that it's important in trauma to reclaim power that was possibly or probably taken away from you. And this practice and the others that we will do are meant to be geared towards reclaiming your power. So adopt that attitude of I'm in charge of what happens, and with that, with each pose, I think that you should force nothing, that you will choose even the length of your poses, how long you hold them, how you stand, and make adjustments as necessary. You'll hear me offer different options or cues, but you can truly choose to take that on or not take that on. If there's something else that just feels like it is the right movement to make instead of what I'm asking, that's yours to choose. So I hope that you will, I hope you'll take that and that you will make it yours. For this practice, you could definitely use a yoga mat. It's not necessary. If you have any props, by all means, use them. I love props. And if not, that's okay too. You could also use chairs or anything else that you may need to help you with any kind of pose, just to modify. Pillows, blankets. You can make the room smell how you want. You can use candles if that's inviting to you. Put on some music or whatever feels good to you as well. For now, we're gonna just enjoy silence. I would also recommend a notebook or a journal if you're someone who is into reflecting. I will offer some journal prompts at the end, that things that you can work on in between sessions. So today we're going to focus on grounding and also what's called resourcing. These are very important practices in trauma work specifically, but everyone needs that. So when our brain, our very most primal human being, our brain is busy and it's moving around. When we have experienced trauma, we tend to be a little more aware, a little hyper aware sometimes, more sensitive, possibly even scanning for threats, and we feel busy and flighty. So grounding is meant to do just that. Bring us down to the ground, help us to feel safe, help us to feel secure, and also to kind of retrain that we can come back to that practice again and again. And to, as we're reclaiming that power within our body, also regain a sense of safety within our body. And that is a really key component to healing trauma, to feel comfortable, to reclaim power and safety within your own body. So we're going to practice grounding a lot through this practice. The next thing that I'll also bring up, and we'll do this frequently, but it's called resourcing. And so kind of grounding within your own body. So it's not always possible to maybe take child's pose if you're out in public. That as great as that would be, and it is available to you, maybe is not always appropriate, like being in a store or somewhere where you're feeling overwhelmed. So finding that sense of safety and calm within yourself. So I'll offer a couple of options. You can try them out for yourself. Number one is just a simple hand to heart. So if you find a quiet seat in what I call a mindful body, I'm on my knees right now. You could be down on your seat. You could even be laying down, but we're going to just do hand to heart for now. If it's comfortable for you, close your eyes and begin to notice your breath. We're not trying to change it. We're not trying to judge it or force it into any place. We become a witness to our body. So this is option number one of a safe place to go in times when you're feeling maybe overwhelmed, stressed, anxious, flighty. Coming right back here. Option 2 is simply adding a hand to your belly so that you have 2 places. This, I call this anchor breathing. So you have a place here and a place here, and you're just adding that gentle pressure so that you can feel sensation. So those are 2 options. Anytime that you start to feel those, or anytime that you just need to have a bit of a reset, we're retraining our nervous system that when things start to get out of control or anxious, we can come here for calm, and it's always readily available. So choose one, or maybe try both, and I'll do anchor breath today. As you're here, go ahead, rest your eyes, becoming aware of everything going on around your body first. What's the temperature of the air on your skin? Do you notice any places of tension in your body? Noticing where your breath shows up. There's no right or wrong to this. Again, you're becoming that witness of the in and the out. Bringing your attention even more now into your body, into your breath. And a lot of times during our grounding practice, you'll hear me talk about what is happening within and bringing attention and awareness to your body. So going from the external to the internal. And let's take a big deep breath in your nose. Open your mouth like you're fogging up a mirror. Exhale. You do that again. Inhale. Open your mouth, let it out. Last time, biggest breath in. See if you can pause at the top. In. All the way out. Good, just let your breath return to normal. And if you would, make your way down to child's pose. So all the way down onto your mat. And again, this is your first shape where you can choose. These videos aren't professional. Thank you for being patient. We will choose here to come all the way down onto hands and knees, letting your forehead rest down towards your mat. You choose here the distance that you make for your legs. Maybe they stay together, maybe they move towards the edges of your mat, making more room for your belly and your chest. Letting your forehead rest down towards the ground or towards a block. Stretching your fingers out long. And then starting to settle. Let your bones rest down towards the mat. As we ground down, we're going to think of this idea of honoring the connection to your body. Many times when we have felt chaos or pain within our body, we begin to disconnect. It's a place that we want to go away from. As we honor our body, we're really honoring what's happening in our soul. So just pausing for that. Even though our bodies are physical, we have this deeper energy within us. My awareness of my mind-body connection came very slowly to me and has taken many years to reconnect. I spent a long time denying my body, denying its importance, and really denying myself. I felt disconnected, as though it was something apart. And I felt like a burden that I was carrying around. Maybe that's something that you have felt too. But then I began to see the connection between my emotions and my aches and pains and what my body was really experiencing. If I didn't feel the feeling or listen to myself, my body let me know. So in this moment, notice your body. What message, what story is your body telling? I began to see the connection between changes in my life and changes in my body. And same way that the earth works in cycles and seasons. When I began to recognize my body and do practices like yoga or movement or even exercise or massages, I was able to reconnect with my emotions on a little bit different level. We need our bodies. Our body is a part of us and it does great things for us. And it also holds our stories, our scars of our life until this time. It contains wisdom, it contains energy of what we have been, where we are, and where we are going. So here, honor your connection with your body. Honor the value of your body's wisdom. It can tell you so many things about your life, your growth, and your path. So this practice is about listening to your body, and it's going to speak openly and lovingly to you. We need to find that awareness of how to recognize it. So here in Child's Pose, take one more big deep breath in. Open your mouth, send that breath down towards the earth. Good. Go ahead and walk your hands all the way over to the right. So remaining in Child's Pose, walking over for a big side stretch. Moving your breath now into your left lung. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Walk back through center all the way to the other side, bringing your arms to the left. Feel that breath from your hip to your right fingers. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale, get it all out. Coming back to center, pause here. One round of breath, breathe wide. Inhale. Open your mouth, get it out. Yeah, nice and slow. Come up to tabletop, so on your hands and your knees. Moving up, still feeling grounded. So wide open fingers down towards the ground. Your toes could be curled or tops of your feet towards the floor. Either way, feel down into the ground. And we'll take a couple rounds here of cat-cow breath. So drop your belly, inhale. Round your back, exhale. Good. Keep moving here. Inhale, eyes up. Chin to chest, round your back, exhale. Good, one more, in. Exaggerate it, out, out, out. Good, come back to your table. Then we're gonna take our right hand forward and we're gonna start to move our breath a bit. I call this locomotion. So we're gonna start to create a little heat, a little vigor. So you're going to reach forward, inhale. Exhale back to like a child's pose. Inhale. Exhale. Keep moving in, out. In, out. One more, in. All the way back, let it go. Switching sides, left hand forward. Active open fingers. Move forward, inhale. Exhale. In, out. Forward, all the way back. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, in, out. Good. Go ahead, curl your toes, stretch through your arches. Notice that sensation, so you're pushing into your hands and stretching through your feet. Good, go ahead. Nice and gentle. We're coming all the way up to standing. Good, here we go. Standing, still grounding. Hip distance apart, down into your feet. Active hands, this is mountain pose. Good. Imagine here that you're standing in a place of victory. That you, I call this also like a power stance. So even if here doesn't feel good, maybe here feels good. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Inhale, scoop it up. Exhale, bring it down. Good, this time we're gonna do a little bit more vigorous breath. So an inhale up and a long exhale. So powerful. Open your mouth like you're squeezing your breath out. Reach up, in and out. Keep going, in. In, out, in, fill, 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 out. Keep going, in. One more. Yeah, kind of fun. Start to move, bring a little bit more energy from your center, moving it out. So from here, we'll flow just a little bit. If these poses are not familiar to you, or if they're not comfortable for you, we can definitely find modifications. Anything standing could definitely be done sitting or down on your knees as well. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and moving to downward facing dog. If this is a pose that is not comfortable to you, I would suggest moving so that your backside is towards a wall where it feels protected, or you could completely eliminate it and just come down back to tabletop. But I think one down dog always feels good, and it challenges us just a little bit. So pushing into your hands and pushing into your feet, away from your body, all the way up through your hips. Let's take that right foot, step it through. Warrior number one. Hands can be up. Hands can be at your hips. Good. I'm going to let mine rest at my heart today. I'm a little sore in my shoulders. But here again, noticing the ground below you. So pushing into your front foot, going forward, pushing into your pinky toe edge of your back foot, moving that in 2 different directions. Here, coming back, notice your breath. Notice what's happening, if it's maybe moving a little faster. Come back to those slow, steady breaths. Here, let's breathe our hands up, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Good. Palms can be up, palms can be down. Definitely your choice. And notice what happens if we just find a little bit of challenge, find our edge here of how far do we go into that lunge. If you want a little more challenge, you go a little further in. If you need a little rest, you bring it out. Good, reach your hand back, take a breath, inhale. We're gonna cartwheel our hands down. So left hand coming down, right hand coming up. Back leg can stay up or drop down to your knee. Big inhale. Exhale here. Reach up, inhale. See if you can rotate your heart, your chest open. Good, one big breath. Let it out. Both hands come down. Pick up that back leg. Good. And we're stepping back just for a moment to that down dog. Left foot steps through, warrior one. Inhale here. Again, your choice of what happens with your hands. Big in. Steady out. One more, in, let it go. Here we go, breathe up and in. Let's stay for one exhale. Inhale, reach through your fingers as you feel your feet down to the ground. Last one, reach up. We're cartwheeling down, right hand to the floor, left hand to the sky. Your other option, if that doesn't feel good, you can always rest your hand behind your back. Big breath, bring your heart up towards the sky. One last breath. Good, step back. Let's come all the way down to our table. And I just like a little wiggle through my hips. Moving there a little. Good, we're gonna do one more little flow each side. So coming back up. We're gonna go back to warrior one on your right side. Inhale here. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse your warrior in. Stay here for your out. Bring your left hand to your heart, back to your resource, your home base. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Back to warrior two. This time out, straighten your front leg. Inhale, reach back. Hand comes down, triangle pose. For triangle, you can bring your hand to your shin, to a block, or to the ground. If this does not feel good for you, this is one of those poses. Adjust your stride, stepping in, shortening it up, make it longer, but make your body fit into this pose. Here we go, we're just hanging out a couple breaths here. Good. Good, big in and out. Good, here we go. Listen, inhale. We're gonna make pyramid pose. So now we're going to step all 10 toes forward. And this is a way to make your body fit here too. So feet could be on railroad tracks. They could be the width of your mat. And some people even get as tight as a balance beam. It's how it feels for your body. If you have any props here, this is a wonderful place to bring props. And so let's start with our toes all facing forward. Hands to your hips. So feeling here into your body, you feel your feet. You feel your hands on your hips. And we're ready to move. So we're gonna lead with our belly button. Hips forward, lead with our heart forward, and then head forward. Finding a really nice balance of, don't want to cat back, around back, and we don't want to be too low into this, so just a nice balance. Good, one more breath here, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Good, inhale, halfway lift up. And we're gonna walk wide on our mat, so long. We're gonna do a wide-legged fold. So same thing, you decide the distance. You don't need to lock your knees out. You could put a gentle bend. You could wiggle here. You could sway if that feels good, or just hold stillness. You can choose pigeon toes, wide toes, or just toes pointing forward. This is your choice of what's happening in your body. Here, let your neck be heavy, so your crown of your head goes down towards the floor. Long, soft neck. Maybe wiggle your neck here. Good, and now I want you to halfway lift, breathe up, so just halfway. We're gonna go to our left side, so we're gonna start all the way back over here. Let's make warrior one on your other side. One breath, inhale. Exhale. Feel into your feet, reach up, inhale. Exhale to warrior two. Here we go. Let's come back to that home spot. Good. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, let it go. In and out. One more, inhale. Back to warrior two, let it go. Straighten that front leg. Reach back, take a breath. Triangle pose on left side. Same thing, you may notice here, this is a way to honor your body. Maybe one side is a little tighter than the other, so never trying to force or make it exactly the same. I love blocks and props for triangle pose. So I love to use a block here. Eyes can go up if that's hard on your neck. Eyes can go down. Reaching up, inhale. Exhale. One more in, really reach through those fingers. Pyramid pose is your exhale. So I step my back foot forward, create what feels good for my body. Hands to hips. Inhale. Exhale, fold over, so belly button, heart, head. Feeling that wonderful sensation up the back of your leg. Inhale here. Exhale, let it go. Okay, breathing up halfway in. Back to a wide-legged fold. Breath goes all the way out. Good. This time, imagine that you're pushing out the outer edges of your toes, your pinky toe edge. So like you're tearing your mat apart. Good. Left hand's gonna go down to the floor. Right hand up to the sky. Opening up as far as it feels good. If you're meeting any resistance here, we're not forcing, we're just noticing what that resistance is holding for us. What is keeping us from going a little further? Inhale. Bring your right hand down, exhale. Other side. Left hand up, inhale. Let it go. Using each breath to open some of those tighter places. Good, one more breath in. Exhale down, just go ahead, hold here for 2 breaths. Go ahead, breathe yourself up nice and slow. Feet come together, just shake out anything. Maybe make some circles with your ankles. Good, and we're gonna come all the way back down to a seat. There we go. And we're gonna start just a little bit of hip work. This is a very tight place for a lot of people. We do a lot of sitting and we hold a lot here in our hips. So we'll offer you 2 options. The first one, we're going to work towards half pigeon pose. So you can take this from table or down dog, but you're going to take your right foot, step it forward across your mat so that your shin goes down towards the ground. Good, here we go, stretching all the way here. If this feels good or okay enough, you can hold here and just start to notice what's happening You can take it a little further, maybe forearms down to a block or a pillow, forearms to the floor, or if your body allows, you can start to let your heart go all the way down towards the floor. That's option number one. If that's good for you, you'll stay right there. You can also take a reclined pigeon, which is on your back. So you can go all the way down to the ground and just crossing your ankle at your knee, drop towards you. And we're going to settle here. So whichever one feels like the one that you would like to experiment with, you will hold here. We'll be here about 10 breaths. So go ahead, let yourself settle. Noticing here if you can just let a little more tension go. And it's okay to wiggle, it's okay to want out of these poses, but maybe have an attitude of curiosity of why do you want out? When you're in those moments, allow gentleness, allow compassion, and come back to your breath. And we're just here, just a couple more breaths. Tuning in, listening to that story that your body is offering back to you, but also not forcing a thing. Good, big, giant breath in. Long, steady exhale, let it all the way out. And one more in. And be patient, let this breath go all the way empty. Empty, empty, empty. And when you're ready, nice and slow, you come up out of it. You can move back through a table to wiggle each side. You could come back to a down dog, or you can just simply switch sides. So evening things out, go ahead and you move through to your other side. So now as you're here, use this opportunity to honor your body, recognizing that one side is not the same as the other, even though we're in one container. So allowing yourself here just to settle right back in. See if you can soften your jaw, making space between your teeth. Because sometimes we move that tension from our hips back to our face. So see if you can soften in your face. Drawing your awareness back into your breath. Okay. Coming back, inhale, exhale, inhale. Slow, steady exhale. One more here, big breath. Empty, 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 empty. And nice and slow, we're coming all the way back up. Move how you need to here. Move through that table, sway your hips. Windshield side to side if you're on your back. Good, and we're coming all the way through to our seat. Both legs long in front of you. And we're gonna feel back down into the ground, into your sitting bones. So you may even need to move your flesh out of the way. Good. So feeling down back into the ground. Notice exactly, name the spots in your head where your body is touching. So sitting bones. I can feel my calves. I can feel my heels. And we're gonna breathe up. Inhale. Bow down, exhale. Good. Let your hands touch. It doesn't matter where they touch. This isn't about flexibility or touching your toes. This is about feeling into your body. So whether you touch your ankles or the ground, Good, and we're gonna roll all the way back up, feeling that sensation into your hands. Good. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. Feeling into your fingers on purpose. Feel pinky, ring, middle, pointer, thumb. Pull it back. Feel that sensation. Good. Come back to tall. One more time. Reach up. And bow forward. We're going to hold this one here. So wherever you'd like to settle, you can use that same idea of round back and flat back as we did in pyramid pose. So belly button forward like a hinge, heart, head. And maybe you're very flexible. Maybe you can reach way past. Maybe you are extremely tight in your hamstrings. That's okay. We're just noticing. That is what this practice is about today. Good. Feel into your fingers wherever you plant them, dragging back all the way up. Good. Tall spine. We're going to make a seated tree. So keeping on your seat, left foot comes in, right foot stays long. Good. And you have two choices here. If you want to feel more in the back of your leg, you will go straight forward. If you want to feel more in your side body, you will go up and over. So whichever one feels best to you, this is where you're tuning in, where you're listening to what do you need in this moment. Where would you like to feel into your body? I always love up and over, and that sounds good to me in this moment. So making this your pose, feeling safe and secure down into the ground. See if even you can float up a little more, finding a little bit of power. So open, active, powerful fingers if you're choosing that up and over. Just one more. And we're coming back through and switching sides. So right foot comes in, left foot goes long. Name those places in your head. So I feel my sitting bones. I feel a little bit of the back of my leg. I feel my calf. I feel my heel. I can feel the right edge of my right foot. And you'll take the same option that you took on the other side. So I'm going back to up and over. Feeling connected. So I'm rooting down my left hand into my leg. Good, big deep breath in. Settle, let it out. One more. And we're coming back. Let's bring both feet together like butterfly feet. This is something that feels good to you. We're going to start to just draw a circle with our body. So whichever direction you want to start with. So we're just going to go forward and then hollow out, kind of like that cat back. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. See if you can stay very in tune with your body here. Going inward, noticing sensations, switching directions anytime that you like. You can get as loose as you want through your shoulders, but just start to experiment with movement. There's no one to judge, there's no one to compare. You're just simply being you at home in your body. Maybe you need to involve your neck if you have some tightness in your neck. And let's come back to center, back to still. Coming back to our breathing, we're going to breathe our shoulders up and in very, very tight. Exhale them down. Keep moving up and in, tight, tight, tight. Exhale, let some warmth, some relaxation come over your shoulders. In, out, in, and out. One more time, up and in. Really bring that tension, tight, tight, tight. Hold at the top of your in. Exhale, let it go. Let's come all the way back down to our back. Good. And you're going to let your knees just drop over to the left. Bring your eyes over to the right. Just a nice twist all the way through your side. Tuning in, noticing exactly the places that you feel. Maybe it's places you don't expect. But staying here, 3 full, long, slow breaths. Good. In and out. Filling from your bottom ribs all the way up to the top. Inhale. And exhale. And nice and slow. Use your breath. Bring your knees back to center. Exhale to the opposite side. So this time, knees will go right, eyes will go left. Coming back, inhale, exhale. One more, fill in, empty out. Use your breath, bring your knees back to center. And go ahead, pull your knees in towards your chest as you're on your back still. So hugging in, making it a really tight little ball, like you're hugging a long lost friend. Give yourself a big squeeze. Take any movement here. Maybe you rock side to side. Maybe you draw a circle, just giving a little care to your back and your hips. Taking any last movements before we start to settle into our meditation, into our rest. Anything that your body is asking for that maybe we didn't do in this practice. Another second here, and we're starting to come back into center, back into that tight ball. Big squeeze of your knees, and maybe you tuck your chin in. Big squeeze. Inhale, exhale, inhale, big squeeze, exhale. Last one, biggest squeeze, in, tightness into your body, and then relax all the way out into Shavasana. In trauma-sensitive yoga, sometimes Shavasana does not feel good. Sometimes it most definitely can make people feel anxious. It can make people feel vulnerable. And so I offer to you for your final rest, if you're comfortable on your back, then you stay there. If you need a blanket to cover, grab a blanket. If you're more comfortable on your side or your belly, then go there. This practice is about rest, about noticing, and about comfort. So coming back into that place that just feels right. And as you settle here, notice your breath again. Notice that rhythm of the in and the out. Just let it flow all the way through your body. And bring your attention down towards your toes, feeling your toes. Maybe you give them a wiggle. Maybe you tighten them up. And then feel them release. But bring your attention there. Bringing your attention now towards your ankles. Feel your ankles. Bringing awareness towards your lower legs. Sensing here into your legs. Bringing your attention to your upper legs. Bringing your attention now towards your low back, noticing your low back. This is a place that holds a lot of messages for us. So if you have any discomfort, acknowledge it and know that we can address that in just a moment. Bringing your attention up to your belly. Let your belly soften. Bringing your attention to your upper back, to your shoulders. See if you can tuck your shoulders underneath of you if you're laying on your back. Releasing any last bit of tension in your shoulders, your neck. Noticing the back of your head, the top of your head. Moving down your right shoulder, noticing your right upper arm, your right lower arm. Bringing your attention into your hand. If it is clenched, release here. Open your hands. Let it be open to receive. Feeling your right pinky finger, ring finger, middle finger, first finger, and thumb. Moving all the way back up that arm across your shoulders to your left shoulder. Feeling your left upper arm, your left lower arm, your left hand. Check in with your hand, open your hand, rest your fingers, stretch them out long. Left pinky finger, left ring finger, middle finger, first finger, and thumb. Moving all the way back up your arm, across your shoulder, bringing your attention back up to your back of your head. See if you can sense on the outside of your head. And see if you can soften. Sometimes it feels tight. See if you can let this softness overcome your face. Bringing your attention to in between your eyebrows. Soften. Underneath your eyes. Relax. Again, checking in with your jaw. Maybe you just open it and wiggle it side to side. Bringing your attention finally back to your heart space. Coming back to your resource. So if it feels good, draw your hand back to your heart. If it feels good, just to stay resting, rest. Letting your body settle here. Getting deeply involved, deepening your breath. So a big inhale, long, slow exhale. See if you can breathe in through your fingers, through your feet, almost like your whole body becomes this experience of breath. Exhale, settle into the ground, feel supported by that ground below you. Take another breath like that, full body breath. Settle more down towards the ground. One last breath there. Inhale. Exhale. We start to draw our awareness back inward. Noticing exactly how you feel in this moment. Letting your breath return to normal. Awakening our body, little gentle movements of our shoulders, of our feet, fingers, toes, and we start to wake up. And coming to rest in whatever way feels good to you. So Most of the time that's on our side, just at a place of recovery. When you're ready, come back to a quiet seat. However that feels good for you. Crisscross legs. Bring back that mindful body. So anchored down into your seat. Not allowing ourselves to hunch, but to be up and aware and ready to receive. I would just ask both hands at your heart. So you're noticing, feeling that support from the ground, feeling that support within. I'm going to take some breaths here. So first to a count of 4. So in, 2, 3, 4, out, 3, 2, 1. Keeping on like that. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 3, 2, 1. Going to 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one to 6. See if you can find a little sip of air at the top of that 6. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Returning to that normal restful breath. Welcoming all the sounds that are happening outside right now, because that's part of our practice too. So welcoming all things, even when it's not perfect. Just pausing here to tune in, to listen to any last things your body is speaking to you about. Ready to move on into our day. We pause. We honor each other. We honor ourselves for the hard work that we're doing and for the fact that we made time to honor our bodies. So we close this practice by saying to each other that I see you, that I honor you, I honor myself, and we say, Namaste. You are doing a great job, and you are always welcome to reach out with questions, concerns, or suggestions. If there's something that would feel good in your body, shoot me a message. I do have a few short journal prompts for you. These are yours if you'd like them. If you're not one that journals, that's okay too. You can just simply reflect. But it's good to do it right after practice. And so your first question is, how do I feel in this moment? Maybe you could compare it to how you felt at the beginning of your practice to the end. How do you feel in your physical body? How do you feel in your emotions? How do you feel in your head? Question number 2. So leave yourself space and you can come back to these to reflect on. Question 2, what part of my body or where in my body held messages for me today? Sometimes this is hard. This is a practice. Many of us walk around not paying attention to our bodies at all. And so sometimes it's hard for people to know how to feel or how to practically do that. And again, it's a practice. It took me years. And so that's okay. But even if you noticed one thing, or if there was any sensation that really fired up for you, That would be a place that you could write down. Next question, how can I listen to these messages and act upon them or adjust? What's that message mean? What are you going to do about it? And how can I do it in an honoring way? So not judging like, oh, I really messed that pose up, or it felt, like I wasn't doing it right, or my mind was wandering during meditation. Not harsh judgment, allowing yourself to be gentle and compassionate in a way that honors you. What can you do to make those adjustments and shifts? And then naming that resource spot for yourself. What are you choosing? Are you choosing hand at your heart? Are you choosing anchor breath? Are you choosing hands as a hug? Whatever feels good for you. Maybe yours is here. Whatever helps you to feel connected. This is a really simple one, because in the moments of chaos, you're dealing with something stressful, or you just need a quick 30-second pause or reset, this is something you can really do anywhere. Just coming back to your home base of your body, checking in, noticing your breath, resetting, moving back into that next moment. So what will your resource be when things are getting chaotic for you, when you feel triggered, when you feel anxious, when you feel bad or judging or talking negatively about yourself? Where will your spot be that you choose for resource? This will be important as we move through the next couple of weeks, because we may feel into things more, and when we want to stop or feel that overwhelm, we will come back to our resource. So let me know what yours will be, how I can help encourage you, how we can adjust that. This is your practice. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Be well.